when you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Hello Raiders, Nathan King here, Activities Director. We're extremely excited about this project and we hope you are too.
Hi, my name is Shannon Finn. I'm a junior here at Williamsburg High School. I'm most excited for phase 1 of this project, the weight room floor and equipment. This will help all athletes here at WHS.
Hi, my name is McKenna Hughes. I'm a sophomore here at WHS, and I'm most excited for phase 2, the turf, where everyone can train all year round for all activities.
Hi, my name is Carly Rich. I'm most excited for phase 3 of this project when the new batting cages come in.
Be on the lookout in the coming weeks in the mail and on social media to see how you can become a partner with us on this project.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Shannon Slockett and Wendy Yelland in Williamsburg today.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Lillis Insurance Agency in Williamsburg if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Now that we're married, we need help merging our finances.
Choose from these options: investing, insurance, retirement planning, college funding.
I have so many questions.
Here is a link to our FAQ page. Was this information helpful?
Go with no.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I'm sure you have questions.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. Insurance, financial planning, all in one place.
Contact Jared Klosterboer and Amanda Hohenschel in Williamsburg today.
Ullman's Fine Home Furnishings has been turning ideas into beautiful homes for over 86 years.
Quality, style, and a fun shopping experience are what Ullman's is known for.
Come visit Ullman's in Williamsburg and see their vast selection.
And remember, there's always free delivery. Stop at Ullman's Fine Home Furnishings in Williamsburg today and stay as long as you like.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Shannon Slockett at Wendy Yelland in Williamsburg today.
Williamsburg Dental Health Clinic is a proud sponsor of Williamsburg Schools and Raider Athletics, serving Williamsburg, Iowa County, and surrounding communities since 2005. Our office employs all kinds of smile experts. Our skilled doctors, Megan Greer and Erica Takanami, take pride in providing the best quality of dentistry for our patient family and stand behind the care they provide. Our fun team of assistants are here to talk you through procedures and answer any questions to put you at ease. Our team of caring hygienists aim to keep you comfortable as they build a relationship of trust with every patient that steps into our office. Call our front office to get scheduled as a new patient or resume your care. Williamsburg Dental Health Clinic, comfortable, friendly care for your smile. Because when you smile, we smile. Located at 827 South Highland Street. Call us today at 319-668-9808 to experience the difference.
Hey, call insurance agent.
Insurance agent not found in contact.
Call insurance company.
Insurance company is currently closed. Please call back during business hours. For directions, press 1. For billing, press 2.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Don't worry, we're going to get this taken care of.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Jared Klosterboer and Amanda Hohenschel in Williamsburg today.
Every home has a story, and for us, it's about the excitement on a young couple's face when they get the keys to their first home, or the happiness of watching a growing family purchase a home with a bigger backyard for their kids to roam. It's about the attention to detail of a new build and long-time dream finally taking off. And it's about the satisfaction of making the home buying process simple and smooth for a family looking to get back to their roots in the country. Apply in person or through the FTSB Mortgage Express app and let us help start your story. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Calkins with the Bellin team and Leppert Krager Realtors. Welcome to our office located in Williamsburg. We are a mother-daughter real estate team with over 30 years of experience. We take pride in educating our clients through the buying and selling process. We love supporting Raider athletes. Believe in yourself, work hard, and be a team. Go Raiders!
Good evening and welcome to Williamsburg Raider Basketball on the Williamsburg YouTube channel, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and thank you for taking some time for Williamsburg Raider Basketball. My name is Robert Shapansky, and we also have Wes Stoner and Hudson Nunnally on the video board, Kiori and Dacia and Alexis Dayton running the cameras, and Robbie Allison doing stats. And joining me tonight is Cooper Bott. Tonight we have the Raider boys in the second round of the Class 3A state playoffs. The Raiders are in District 7 as the second seed and are hosting the 3 seed at Des Moines Hoover Huskies with a record of 12-9 on the season, 8-1 from the Iowa Alliance Conference. The number 1 seed is Waverly Shell Rock. The Go Hawks of the Northeast Iowa Conference defeated the 8 seed South Tama Trojans of the WAMAC 64-34. The Pella Dutch of the Little Hawkeye Conference, the 4 seed, defeated the 5 seed Knoxville Panthers of the South Central Conference 88-35. And then the 3 seed, the Des Moines Hoover Huskies of the Iowa Alliance Conference, defeated the 6 seed Grinnell Tigers of the Little Hawkeye Conference 68-27. The winner of this game between the Raiders and the Huskies will play the winner of the Waverly Shell Rock Go Hawks and Pella Dutch on Monday the 27th at a site to be determined by the state. where the Raiders played the Benton Bobcats in the first round. The third time this season they've played the Bobcats, and one of the toughest things to do in sports is to defeat a team 3 times in a season, as I was talking about with Mary Weegan before the game, which the Raiders were able to do on Monday night. This is the first ever matchup between the Raiders and the Des Moines Hoover Huskies. The Raiders defeated the Bobcats on Monday night here at the RAC 76-63. Benton ran out to an 8-4 early lead. The Raiders would go on a 14-0 run to lead 14-4 and would lead by 11, 22-11 at the end of the first quarter. The Raiders extended their lead to 12, 25-13 before the Bobcats went on an 18-3 run to lead by 30-28. The Raiders would score the final 2 points of the second quarter to tie the game at 30 at halftime. Benton scored the first 2 points coming out of halftime to lead 32-30. The Raiders would go on a 32-11 run for the remainder of the third quarter to lead by 19, 62-43. The Raiders' largest lead of the night was 21 points, 72-51. The Bobcats would close out the game on a 12-4 run for the 76-63 final, able to do one of the toughest things in sports, beating the Bobcats for the third time this season. The Raiders had their 4th best shooting performance on the season, shooting 54% from the field, 31 of 57, and 41% from three-point range, 7 for 17, for an effective field goal percentage of 61%. The 76 points are the third most points the Raiders scored in the season, scoring a season-high 79 points versus Benton here at the RAC in the second meeting between the two teams, and the 77 points at Washington. For the Raiders, the Farm Bureau player of the game was Derek Weiskopf, who led the Raiders with 14 Farm Bureau players of the game on the season, scoring a season-high 31 points, 13 of 22 from the field, 3 for 7 from three-point range, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Also had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, and 2 steals. Ethan Harmon was the Casey sub of the game. Casey's the pizza place that sells gas and subs too. Harmon's 4th Casey sub of the game, 4th in the last 5 games, with 11 points, 5 for 8 shooting, 1 for 1 from three-point range, 5 rebounds, 4 on the offensive end, and 1 assist. Maddox Dorman, Trey O'Neill, and Gavin Dorman also had good games for the Raiders. Maddox Dorman tied his season best game of the season, which came here at the RAC versus Benton, scoring 15 points on 5 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 from three-point range, and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Also had 3 rebounds, 1 of them on the offensive end, 6 assists, 4 steals, and only 1 turnover. Trey O'Neill scored 3 points on 2 of 6 shooting, 0 for 2 from three-point range, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line, but chipped in with 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 3 turnovers. And Gavin Dorman scored 10 points on 5 of 7 shooting, with 2 rebounds, 1 of them on the offensive end, 1 steal, and 1 turnover. The Des Moines Huskies defeated the Grinnell Tigers, who are joining the WAMAC next season, 68-27 in their first-round state playoff game. The Huskies ran out to a 16-7 lead at the end of the first quarter and led by 12 at halftime, 25-13. The Huskies took control of the game in the third quarter, outscoring the Tigers 28-6 to lead by 34, 53-19 at the end of the third quarter. Des Moines Hoover would further extend the lead by 7, outscoring Grinnell 15-8 in the fourth quarter for the 68-27 41-point win for the Des Moines Hoover Huskies. The Huskies, like the Raiders, shot the ball well, shooting 50% from the field, 24-48, and 48% from three-point range, 12 for 25, for an effective field goal percentage of 63%. The Farm Bureau player of the game for the Huskies was senior Chase Henderson with 28 points, 9 of 17 shooting, 3 for 7 from three-point range, and a perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Also had 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 3 turnovers. The Casey sub of the game was sophomore Marquise Harvey Bell with 2 points, had 8 rebounds, 4 of them on the offensive glass, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Senior Elijah Voss and senior Malachi Johnson-Bassey both had good games for the Huskies as well. Voss had 15 points on 5-11 shooting, 4 for 7 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And Johnson-Bassey scored 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 2 for 5 from three-point range, 4 rebounds, 3 of them on the offensive end, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Let's take a look at the Capper Ford keys to the game. The offense, Capper Ford, the key to the game for offense goes to the Raiders. The Raiders are averaging 68 points per game on the season for an offensive efficiency of 110 points per 100 possessions. both tops in the WAMAC Conference. Leading the Raiders in points is Derek Weiskopf at almost 19 points a game. Second in the WAMAC behind Marion's Brayson Lobby at 22 points, followed by Landon Jepson at 12 points a game and Ethan Harmon just under 12, both averaging in double figures. Des Moines Hoover is averaging 56 points a game, ranking 4th in the Iowa Alliance Conference, which would rank 10th in the WAMAC for an offensive efficiency of 103 points per 100 possessions, which would rank 4th. How does a team rank 10th in points and 4th in offensive efficiency? It's due to their pace of play. The Huskies average of 54 possessions a game on the season, which would be by far the slowest paced team in the WAMAC. The slowest paced team in the WAMAC this year was West Delaware, averaging 61 possessions a game. Leading the Huskies is senior Chase Henderson with 21 points a game, leading the Iowa Alliance Conference South Division, and senior Elijah Voss averaging just under 14 points a game. After those two, the scoring drops to senior Malachi Johnson-Bassey at 7.5 points a game. Henderson is averaging 15 shots a game, shooting 45% from the field, taking 43% of his shots from three-point range, shooting 34% behind the arc. Elijah Voss averaging over 11 shots a game, shooting 44% from the field. He's taking 56% of his shots from the three-point range, shooting 40% from behind the arc. Sophomore Abe Voss, younger brother, is also averaging 6 field goal attempts a game, taking 57% of his shots from three-point range, shooting 25%, and Malachi Johnson-Bassey is taking 63% of his shots from three-point range, shooting 52% from three-point range, leading the team in three-point percentage. As a team, Des Moines Hoover is taking 49% of their shots from three-point range, which would rank second in the WAMAC. It's tough to put up more threes than Vinton-Schellsburg, who were second in the entire state in three-points attempted per game behind Humboldt, as the Vikings took 64% of their shots from three-point range, averaging 33 three-pointers a game. The Huskies are taking 21 shots of their 44 field goal attempts from three-point range. The Huskies are shooting 35% as a team, which would rank 4th in the WAMAC behind Mount Vernon. Chase Henderson's leading the Huskies in assists, averaging 5 assists a game, ranking 2nd in the Iowa Alliance Conference South Division, which would have led the WAMAC. Tyrus Werner led the WAMAC in assists with 96, averaging 4.4 assists a game. The Capper Ford key of the game for defense goes to the Raiders. The Raiders are the second best defensive team in the WAMAC, allowing 55 points a game, which ranks 3rd, for a defensive efficiency of 89 points per 100 possessions, which ranks 2nd. Only Solon was better than the Raiders, allowing a WAMAC low 52 points a game for a defensive efficiency of 86 points per 100 possessions. Des Moines Hoover is allowing their opponents to score 56 points a game, which led the Iowa Conference Southern Division in fewest points allowed. But again, the Huskies average 54 possessions a game for a defensive efficiency of 103 points allowed per 100 possessions. That would rank 9th in the WAMAC. But you have to remember that Des Moines Hoover played an entire 4A schedule, with the Grinnell Tigers being the first 3A team they played all season, and held the Tigers to 29 points on Monday night. Elijah Voss is leading the Huskies in blocks with 26, averaging 1.4 a game, 2nd in the Iowa Alliance Conference South Division. Voss would rank 2nd in the WAMAC in blocks behind John Beswick of West Delaware with 34, averaging 1.5 blocks a game. Marquise Harvey Bell is also averaging 1.4 blocks a game and had 4 blocks versus Grinnell, but he only played in 5 regular season varsity games. Kellen Cockrell is 3rd in the WAMAC in blocks with 18, and Ethan Harmon is 7th with 13. The concern for the Raiders defensively is the three-point shooting by Des Moines Hoover. The Raiders' opponents have shot 35% on the season, which ranks last in the WAMAC, and allow them taking 42% of their shots from three-point range, which ranks 9th. The Huskies shot 12 for 25, 48%, taking 52% of their shots from three-point range versus Grinnell in their first-round game. The Capper Ford key of the game for the free throw line, I'm going to call that a push. The Raiders rank 5th in the WAMAC at getting to the free throw line, getting to the charity stripe at a rate of 29.5, averaging 16 free throw attempts a game, which ranks 2nd in the WAMAC, shooting 69% from the free throw line, which ranks 2nd in the WAMAC as well. Only Clear Creek Amana averaged more free throw attempts a game than the Raiders, averaging 16. Derek Weiskopf is third in the WAMAC in free throws attempted at just under 5 a game, and second in free throws made at just over 3. Landon Jepson also ranks 9th in the WAMAC in free throws made and 15th in free throws attempted. But the Huskies get to the line at a higher rate than the Raiders, getting to the free throw line at a 31 rate, averaging 14 free throw attempts, shooting a 68% right behind the Raiders, 68.5. Chase Henderson is getting to the free throw line for an amazing 7.2 free throw attempts a game, shooting at 76% from the line. Henderson's 108 free throws made, 145 free throws attempted would lead the WAMAC in both categories, ahead of Grayson Lobby of Marion, who led the WAMAC with 101 free throws made on 122 free throws attempted, and Henderson would rank 9th in the WAMAC in free throw percentage. Emmanuel Fonde is also getting to the free throw line for over two free throw attempts a game, but he's only shooting 48% from the free throw line. The Huskies get to the free throw line at a slightly higher rate than the Raiders, but they also send their opponents to the free throw line more often as well, sending their opponents to the charity stripe at a 28 rate, which would rank 7th in the WAMAC, allowing 13 free throw attempts a game, which would rank 5th. The Raiders are sending their opponents to the free throw line at a 21 rate, allowing 10 free throw attempts, both those ranking 2nd in the WAMAC. The capper forward key to the game for rebounding goes to the Raiders. The Raiders are the top offensive rebounding team in the WAMAC, collecting 42% of their misses, grabbing a WAMAC leading 11 offensive rebounds. Derek Weiskopf leads the WAMAC in offensive rebounding, almost 3 offensive rebounds a game, and teammate Kellen Cockrell is second at 2.4 offensive rebounds a night. Landon Jepson, Trey O'Neill, and Gavin Dorman are all also averaging more than an offensive rebound a game. Des Moines Hoover is only grabbing 24% of their misses, which would rank next to last in the WAMAC. Only Clear Creek Amana collected fewer of their misses than the Huskies, grabbing 24% of their misses. The Huskies are averaging 6 offensive rebounds, which would rank last in the WAMAC. Clear Creek Amana was last, averaging 6.8 offensive rebounds. Emmanuel Fonde averaging 2.1 offensive rebounds a game, collecting 39% of his rebounds on the offensive end. Elijah Voss is also averaging more than an offensive rebound a game for the Huskies. The Raiders are also the best defensive rebounding team in the WAMAC, only allowing their opponents to collect 25% of their misses, allowing 7 offensive rebounds. Only Mount Vernon allowed fewer offensive rebounds, allowing 6.8 to the Raiders' 7.2. Derek Weiskopf is second in the WAMAC in defensive rebounding, averaging just under 6 defensive rebounds behind Joe Romberg of Mount Vernon, who is averaging almost 7 defensive rebounds a game. Des Moines Hoover is even better than the Raiders at keeping their opponents off of the offensive glass, allowing their opponents to collect 25% of their misses. Elijah Voss is leading the Huskies in defensive rebounding, averaging 7.3 defensive rebounds a game, which would lead the WAMAC. I'm going to call the capper forward key to the game for turnovers a push. Des Moines Hoover does a better job of taking care of the ball than the Raiders. The Raiders are turning the ball over on 20% of their possessions, averaging 12 turnovers, which ranks 3rd in the WAMAC. The Huskies are only turning the ball over on 16% of their possessions, averaging 9 turnovers. Both of those would rank 1st in the WAMAC. The Raiders are forcing more turnovers by their opponents, forcing their opponents to turn the ball over on 25% of their possessions, forcing 15 turnovers. That ranks 2nd in the WAMAC. Only Mount Vernon is forcing their opponents to turn the ball over at a higher rate than the Raiders, forcing their opponents to turn the ball over on 25.6% of their possessions. Both Derek Weiskopf and Maddox Dorman are averaging 2 steals a game, ranking 5th in the WAMAC. The Huskies are forcing their opponents to turn the ball over on 19% of their possessions, which would rank 11th in the WAMAC, forcing 10 turnovers, which would rank last. Only Clear Creek Amana forced a lower turnover rate, forcing their opponents to turn the ball over on 18% of their possessions. 3 capper forward keys to the game go to the Raiders: offense, defense, and rebounding. 2 are a push, the free throw line and turnovers, but it's difficult to just look at the numbers for Des Moines Hoover, as they played a 4A schedule all season. Let's send it down to PA announcer Brian Phillips for the starting lineup, sponsored by the Sundown. If you're looking for starters, a main course, or good beverages, stop on down to the Sundown. No matter when you'll visit, you'll enjoy great food and great company. Visit the Sundown Bar and Grill today to see what all the hype is about.
Good evening, winter sports fans, and welcome to the Warehouse on Walnut for the 2023 Iowa High School Athletic Association Class 3 Subseed 7 Semifinal. The team designated as the visitors in this contest hail from the South Division of the Iowa Alliance Conference, where they finished in first place with a record of 8 wins and 1 loss, and an overall record of 13 wins and 9 losses. The Des Moines Hoover Huskies. The team designated as the home team in this contest hailed from the West Division of the Waback Conference, where they finished in first place with a conference record of 14 wins and 1 loss, and an overall record of 18 wins and 4 losses. The Williamsburg Raiders. The winner of this game will advance to Class 3A Subseed 7 Final on Monday, February 27th at 7 p.m. to face either Waverly Shellrock or Mella. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineups. First for the Huskies, at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 1, Elijah Loss. And for the Raiders, at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 15, Landon Jensen. For the Huskies, at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 2, Chase Henderson. And for the Raiders, at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Maddox Dorman. For the Huskies, at guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 3, Abe Bosch. And for the Raiders, at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 23, Trey O'Neal. For the Huskies, at guard, a 6'3" senior, number 11, Malachi Johnson Massey. And for the Raiders, at guard, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Derek Weisskopf. And finally, for the Huskies, at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 44, Emmanuel Bonday. And for the Raiders, at guard, a 6'6" junior, number 33, Kellen Cockrell. The Huskies are coached by Courtney Henderson, who is assisted by Justin Reddy, Michael Dean, and Michael Allen. The Raiders are coached by Bradley Newton, who is assisted by Josh Gray, Ryan O'Neill, Mike Bennett, and Mike Jacobson. Your officials for tonight's game, as assigned by the Iowa High School Athletic Association, are Andrew King, Adam Walderback, and Brandon Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem is being performed by the Williamsburg vocal ensembles, Sirens and In Harmony, under the direction of Catherine Birdie and Stephen Brand.
let's take a look at the uniforms for the teams tonight, sponsored by Elite Sports. If you want your team to look its best, Elite Sports is a custom screen printing and embroidery company that's working with over 150 high schools and colleges in Iowa. They focus on athletics, but print for any business or occasion. Screen printing, embroidery, awards, and trophies, and custom artwork. At Elite Sports, their team of skilled in-house artists are available to assist with all of your needs. The Des Moines Hoover Huskies come out in their green uniforms with the yellow stripes, yellow numbers, and the Raiders in the home whites with the red numbers, black outlining, and winning the jump is the Raiders. So the Huskies will get the first jump ball opportunity. Dorman gets it into the corner to Weiskopf. Man-to-man defense coming out on this first possession by the Huskies. Weiskopf driving on Voss, gives up his dribble, gets some help from Trey O'Neill, kicks it over to Jepson, gets it to Cockrell down low, he muscles it up and in. Raiders in their typical 1-2-2 full court zone press. No problem breaking the pressure. So we'll see kind of a slight contrast of styles. Not that the Raiders play extremely fast, but they play faster than the Huskies do. First shot for the Huskies. Nice pull-up jumper. Made there by Malachi Johnson-Bassey to tie the ball game up at 2. Weiskopf with his first shot. Comes up short. May have been blocked there. And quickly down the floor is Chase Henderson.
What a move. That was nice. Very nice move.
Maddox Dorman driving. His jumper is good. Mid-range jumper ties the ball game up at 4. Voss being guarded by Weiskopf, down low, muscled up and in by Emmanuel Fonde, and he's fouled by Cockrell. Cockrell foul trouble in the last game against Benton Community, had 4 fouls, that's his first one there. The Raiders are going to need him to stay out of foul trouble tonight to battle with the 6'4" Fonde down low. Fonde free throw is good. We said in the intro, shooting only 47%. Hits that one. Weiskopf with the jumper in the lane with the answer. 7-6. Hoover leading. No problem breaking the Raiders' pressure. Jumping in the middle of the lane was Voss. He kicks it over to his older brother. Rebound. I thought it was a nice box out there by Weiskopf. The nice offensive rebound there by Fonde, and he puts it back up and in. I'm going to say foul there on the rebound opportunity. That's going to be the first foul. As Harmon and Gavin Dorman check in for Landon Jepson and Kellen Cockrell.
44 is going to be a problem.
Elijah Voss picking up that first foul. Weiskopf, jumper from the baseline, a short. Quick 3 by Henderson is no good. That's the first miss for the Huskies. Weiskopf brings the rebound, brings it up the floor, gets it to Harmon. He'll shoot from 3 off the back iron, no good. An excellent box out by Des Moines Hoover there. No Raiders able to get to that offensive board. Like you said, the Raiders are the best in the WAMAC at keeping their opponents off the board, and the Huskies are even better. Yep. Another offensive rebound down low by Fonde. He puts it back up and in.
He's tough down there, man. I don't know how Gavin's got to get up on him.
Averaging 2 offensive rebounds a game, has 2 already here early on. Going to get Harmon for an offensive foul, going right through Henderson. So that's a moving screen on Harmon. That's his second team foul on the Raiders. First turnover. Huskies up by 5, 11-6 with the ball. Raiders go into a 1-3-1 zone defense here. Trying to stop that penetration by Henderson. The difficulty in trying to rebound out of a zone defense, though, is those offensive rebounds. Lazy pass there, stolen away by Weiskopf, and he throws it down.
Oh, man. He just got the crowd into it.
Three-point attempt off the back iron, rebound by Dorman, up to Maddox Dorman. He stops in the corner for the three, it comes up short.
The roof would have blown off that plate. This place, that one in. Oh boy.
That's the difference between the game today and back when I played. You don't run for layups, you run to the three-point line.
Yeah.
Dorman the first one down the floor, but you set up for a three-pointer. Long three-pointer comes up short, rebounded by Harmon.
I don't know if that was the shot they wanted there. I don't know about that one.
11-8 Hoover leads. Weiskopf back to Trey O'Neill driving, dishes it off to Gavin Dorman. Off glass, no good, rebounded by Fonde. Raiders still in that 1-3-1. Open shots there from the corner if you move the ball quickly. Rebound tipped out of bounds off of O'Neill. We're going to stay with Des Moines Hoover. O'Neill, Weiskopf go to the bench. Jepson Cockrell right back in. Cockrell's going to have to be careful with that early foul here. Don't want him to pick up an early second foul. Talbert into the game, three-pointer, and that's the difficulty in trying to rebound out of that zone defense. You got to go find somebody. Another three-point opportunity. Cockrell with the rebound there. That's the fourth offensive rebound already. Only averaging 6 a game.
Oh.
Jepson with the runner in the lane.
If he can get started, if he can get fired up, he can be a threat.
11-10, Huskies lead down to 1. O'Neill, Weiskopf set to check in at the next dead ball opportunity. Abe Voss in the corner. Gets it back. Skip pass over to Talbert. Under 10 now on the shot clock. Voss driving, skips into the lane to Henderson.
Oh my.
Gets the basket and the foul. Going to call that foul on Cockrell. That's his second foul. He's probably going to be done for the first half now.
It's not good for the Raiders. He's a great team player.
You need him along that back line defensively. Henderson, the good free throw shooter, misses. So 13-10, Hoover leading. Reach foul on Henderson. Easy one to call there out in the middle of the floor. That's a second team foul, his first personal. O'Neill initiating the offense, gets it to Jepson. Dorman to Weiskopf, being guarded by Voss. Driving. Fadeaway jumper off backboard and in. I'm not sure he wanted to go off glass on that, but he'll take it.
Yep.
13-12, the Husky lead down to 1. Raiders still in that 1-3-1. Now they got Landon Jepson at the point there. Voss will take the three-pointer, and he'll hit it. That's Abe Voss, younger brother. That's the first three-point make. 16-12. Gavin Dorman looking for a cutting Jepson. Pass goes out of bounds and a turnover. With Talbert in the game, that allows Henderson to get off of the ball. Be more of a shooting guard situation here. Voss, pump fake, got Harmon in the air, resets and hits it. 18-16, largest lead for Hoover. 6 points. O'Neal from three, a short, and it rolls in. Oh, a friendly home bounce on that one, and that ends the quarter. So the Raiders jumped out to the early lead, scoring the first bucket, 2-0. But then, since then, it's been Hoover in the lead the rest of the way. They took the lead at 4-2, took it again at 6-4, and have led the rest of the way, leading 18-15. Here at the end of the first quarter, 8 for 15 shooting by the Huskies. Only 1 for 6 from three-point range, though. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. We said they don't get many offensive rebounds, only averaging 6 a game, got 4 in that first quarter. And that's where the 2 fouls on Kellen Cockrell might play a huge factor in this game. The Raiders shooting 7 for 13, 1 for 3 from three-point range. Have not got to the free throw line yet, and only 1 offensive rebound. Raiders 2 turnovers in the first quarter, only 1 by Hoover. And again, they turn the ball over even less than the Raiders. They would be the best team at handling the ball if they played in the Womack. So Raiders come out here in the second quarter with Maddox Dorman, Landon Jepson, Ethan Harmon, Derek Weiskopf, and Trey O'Neal staying in that 1-3-1 defense. Huskies have Elijah Voss, Henderson, Abe Voss. And that's Talbert taking a 3 and hitting it. 1 for 6 in the first quarter. They hit their first three-point attempt here in the second quarter. Again, their largest lead, 6 points, leading 21-15 right now. Weiskopf being guarded by Voss on the right-hand wing. Driving in the lane. Stop, gets help from Jepson. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Skip pass over to Maddox Dorman. His 3, no good. Out of bounds to Hoover.
We're just not getting the shots. We're just not getting the shot looks from that. They're just.
Driving in the lane is going to pick up a foul is Henderson. That's his second personal foul. So the leading scorer for the Huskies now has 2. Interesting to see what Coach Henderson decides to do with his star player with 2 fouls. Cockrell sitting on the bench for the Raiders with 2. Does he leave him out there on the floor? 6-point lead. Potentially picking up that 3rd foul. Or do you take him off the floor? And what does that do to your offense? Driving the basket was Dorman. Comes up short, rebounded by the Huskies. Again, the Raiders only with 1 offensive rebound so far in this game. The Huskies, the best defensive rebounding team. Drive to the basket by Abe Voss, and his layup is good. 23-15. Dancing on the rim forever, and it finally falls. Henderson takes a three-pointer. His three-pointer is long. Fonde checking back in. coming in for Marquise Harvey Bell. Cockrell back in the game with 2 fouls as well. Out of bounds, we're going to say it's off of Voss. The Raiders will maintain control. Johnson Bassey checking back in.
Come on defense.
Omer Talbot going to the bench. In the corner, tough spot to enter. Gets it to a cutting Jepson. And they're going to get a goaltend on Henderson. Don't expect your 6'1" guard to get too many goaltendings, I don't think. That's pretty impressive. I'm sure, Cooper, you don't remember championship game Georgetown 7-footer Patrick Ewing goaltending about the first 5 shots of the game.
I don't believe so, but I can imagine. I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
So 30-second timeout there called by Coach Henderson. Both teams shooting the ball well here early on in the second quarter, continuing the good shooting from the first quarter. Huskies lead down to 4. Raiders on a little mini 4-0 run here. Largest lead for Hoover, 23-15, 8 points. Raiders have cut that down to 4, 23-19. So both Voss brothers on the floor, along with Fonday. Johnson Bassey and Henderson make the 5 on the floor for the Huskies. Gavin Dorman, Maddox Dorman, Trey O'Neill, Derek Weiskopf, and Landon Jepson, the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. The Raiders look like they're back to their usual man-to-man defense on this possession. Dump down pass there. Comes up short, rebound. Another offensive rebound, and finally taken away by Dorman. Jepson on the drive, hands it off to Weiskopf. His stop and pop 3-pointer is no good. Henderson quickly down the floor, pushing it. Gets it to Johnson Bassey for 3 from the corner.
Good transition. Got him on the run.
They will push it if they have the opportunity. Normally play at a slow pace. Tough fadeaway by Weiskopf. And Jepson over the back is going to pick up the foul. Harmon checks in for Jepson. That's the 4th team foul on the Raiders. Henderson being guarded by Maddox Dorman. We get an offensive foul. Moving screen they're going to call on Elijah Voss. That's his 2nd foul. So 4th team foul there. 2 personal fouls on Elijah Voss. 2 personal fouls on Chase Henderson. So both of the top 2 players for Hoover have 2 fouls each. Those are the only 4 fouls on the Hoover Huskies. So Raiders calling a full timeout here. Down by 7. They were down by as many as 8 points, only 2 for 6 here to start the second quarter. 3 for 6 shooting by Hoover. Neither team has gotten to the free throw line. This time Hoover looks like they've gone into a 1-3-1 zone. So Chris passing, he gets shots out of that corner. Maddox Dorman, ball fake. Had a couple opportunities to call a foul there. They finally did. I'm going to say still it was on the floor. That's the first on Abe Voss. 15 foul now. O'Neal gets it into Dorman in the corner. O'Neal on the drive, gets it to Gavin Dorman. His shot is no good, but there's another foul on Hoover. That's the 16th foul, so the Raiders now all of a sudden will be in the bonus for the remainder of the half. So Gavin Dorman going to the free throw line for the first free throw attempts for the Raiders on the night. First one off the back iron, no good. Gavin Dorman shooting a 47%, 8 for 17 from the free throw line on the season. Second one is perfect. 26-20, Hoover leading by 6. Almost stolen away by Gavin Dorman. It was okay, then he took that second step, and that's where the travel happened then by Harvey Bell.
Yep.
That's only the second turnover. Raider fans wanted to travel on that first one. I think he was okay on that first hop. It was the switching of the pivot feet there next. Gavin Dorman gets it to Maddox. Back to Gavin at the right elbow. Looking for Weiskopf down low. Going to call a jump ball. Elijah Voss still on the floor with 2 fouls. Diving to the floor. The Raiders will get the jump ball ultimate possession. Trey O'Neal will trigger from underneath. Into Maddox. Dorman driving to the hoop. We're going to call a bump there on Abe Voss. That's his second foul. So now Elijah Voss, Abe Voss, and Chase Henderson all with 2 fouls for Hoover. Ethan Harmon goes to the free throw line. He hits the first. And as we said, now Capper Ford keys to the game. Both teams get to the free throw line at equal rates, but Hoover usually sends their opponent to the free throw line a little bit more. So hopefully advantage Raiders. And now the Raiders have 4 free throw attempts. They've split those, 2 for 4. And Hoover's 1 for 2. 5-point lead. Johnson Bassey being guarded by Trey O'Neal. Henderson now being guarded by Maddox Dorman. Hand off again. Henderson driving. A shot is long.
Rebound.
Offensive rebound. A nice wall up. Nice finish.
They're very good at getting those offensive rebounds tonight. They're just putting it back up.
Cockrell shot rims off, and they're going to get a foul. Are they going to call it on Cockrell again?
Oh boy, gotta be. Yep. Oh boy, that's it.
That's his third.
That is a big foul.
15 foul on the Raiders, 3 of them on Cockrell. Wasn't sure if they were going to get him or Harmon going in for that offensive rebound on the bump. Raiders only with 1 offensive rebound, 6 offensive rebounds already for Hoover. That's their season average. Voss being guarded by Harmon. Step back, rimming, no good. Rebounded by Weiskopf. Weiskopf driving on Voss. That's going to be his third foul. A 1-on-1 opportunity here, 8th team foul. So 3 fouls now on Elijah Voss, 3 fouls on Kellen Cockrell, 2 fouls on Chase Henderson, 2 fouls on Abe Voss. Weiskopf good with the free throw. He'll get the bonus now. Second one's good as well. 28-23, 5-point lead for Hoover. Henderson switched by Weiskopf. Steps back for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound. Foul on Johnson-Bassey. So Trey O'Neill will head to the free throw line. O'Neill leads the Raiders in free throw percentage at 82%. Next foul will be the double bonus for the Raiders, an automatic 2. First one rattles home
I don't know if you're going to switch
for
off.
O'Neill.
Good job.
Raiders
I'll
cut the
zoom
lead
in.
to 4. Haven't been this close since it was 23-19.
Switch.
Opportunity to cut it back down to 3, which the Raiders haven't been that close since the end of the first quarter.
Just switch off
And it was 18-15. O'Neill hits them both. 28-25. Back down to a 3-point lead. Raiders coming back out in that full court pressure. A little man-to-man full court pressure here. Henderson being guarded by Maddox Dorman. Gets it to Johnson-Bassey on the right wing. Voss on the floor with 3 fouls. Gets it to his younger brother, being guarded by Landon Jepson. Stolen away by Maddox Dorman. I think he thought he heard a whistle and just picked it up.
Squeaky shoes, they'll trick you, man. They'll get you.
He heard something. That's like back Sleepy Floyd, of course, you remember Georgetown throwing the ball away.
Of course. And he goes at it again.
They're going to call it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they're going to call the foul on Henderson. They say Dorman got the steal. Steal by Dorman, and they're going to call the foul on Henderson. That's his 3rd foul. So the top 2 players for Hoover both have 3 fouls. Elijah Voss on the floor with 3. Chase Henderson on the floor with 3. Maddox Dorman going to the free throw line. Hits the first. Chance to pull it within 1. Raiders haven't been that close since it was 13-12. Late in the first quarter, he hits them both.
All right.
We got a 1-point game, 28-27. Under a minute to go. Henderson and Voss still both on the floor with 3 fouls each. Driving. Volleyballed out. Here comes Landon Jepson on the drive against Voss. He doesn't want to pick up that 4th foul. And the Raiders jump back into the lead, 29-28. First lead since they led, scoring the first basket of the game, 2-0. Henderson on the drive is going to get the foul on Dorman on the reach.
This is very reminiscent of this last game against Benton.
So they're going to say that was on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So that's only the 6th foul on the Raiders. So Hoover will inbound. Short, rebound, tipped away. Here comes Weiskopf. His layup is good.
So good at that.
Raiders with their largest lead. Henderson missing the 3 at the end of the quarter. Huge swing, as you say, Cooper. It was a 7-point, 28-21 lead by Hoover. So the Raiders are on a 10-0 run here to close out the first half. They were down 7, 28-21, now lead 31-28 here at halftime. And the Des Moines Hoover Huskies in some foul trouble. Elijah Voss with 3, Chase Henderson with 3, Abe Voss with 3. Here in the first half. So that could be some problems for the Huskies in the second half. So we'll head it over to some words from our sponsors.
Hello Raiders, Nathan King here, Activities Director. We're extremely excited about this project and we hope you are too.
Hi, my name is Shannon Finn. I'm a junior here at Williamsburg High School. I'm most excited for phase 1 of this project, the weight room, floor, and equipment. This will help all athletes here at WHS.
Hi, my name is McKenna Hughes. I'm a sophomore here at WHS, and I'm most excited for phase 2, the turf, where everyone can train all year round for all activities.
Hi, my name is Carly Rich. I'm most excited for phase 3 of this project when the new batting cages come in.
Be on the lookout in the coming weeks in the mail and on social media to see how you can become a partner with us on this project.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Shannon Slockett and Wendy Yelland in Williamsburg today.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Lillis Insurance Agency in Williamsburg if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Now that we're married, we need help merging our finances.
Choose from these options: investing, insurance, retirement planning, college funding.
I have so many questions.
Here is a link to our FAQ page. Was this information helpful?
Go with no.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I'm sure you have questions.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. Insurance, financial planning, all in one place.
Contact Jared Klosterboer and Amanda Hohenschel in Williamsburg today.
Ullman's Fine Home Furnishings has been turning ideas into beautiful homes for over 86 years.
Quality, style, and a fun shopping experience are what Ullman's is known for.
Come visit Ullman's in Williamsburg and see their vast selection.
And remember, there's always free delivery. Stop at Ullman's Fine Home Furnishings in Williamsburg today and stay as long as you like.
Well, we had our first baby.
It is beautiful or handsome.
Oh, it's a boy.
We're interested in life insurance.
And we bought a bigger car.
Yeah.
Bigger car. Here is your plan. Goodbye.
When protecting your future, count on a human. Only a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent will sit down with you for a super check and together create a plan that works for you. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Shannon Slockett and Wendy Yelland in Williamsburg today.
Williamsburg Dental Health Clinic is a proud sponsor of Williamsburg Schools and Raider Athletics, serving Williamsburg, Iowa County, and surrounding communities since 2005. Our office employs all kinds of smile experts. Our skilled doctors, Megan Greer and Erica Takanami, take pride in providing the best quality of dentistry for our patient family and stand behind the care they provide. Our fun team of assistants are here to talk you through procedures and answer any questions to put you at ease. Our team of caring hygienists aim to keep you comfortable as they build a relationship of trust with every patient that steps into our office. Call our front office to get scheduled as a new patient or resume your care. Williamsburg Dental Health Clinic, comfortable, friendly care for your smile. Because when you smile, we smile. Located at 827 South Highland Street. Call us today at 319-668-9808 to experience the difference.
Hey, call insurance agent.
Insurance agent not found in contact.
Call insurance company.
Insurance company is currently closed. Please call back during business hours. For directions, press 1. For billing, press 2.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Don't worry, we're going to get this taken care of.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Jared Klosterboer and Amanda Hohenschel in Williamsburg today.
Every home has a story, and for us, it's about the excitement on a young couple's face when they get the keys to their first home, or the happiness of watching a growing family purchase a home with a bigger backyard for their kids to roam. It's about the attention to detail of a new build and long-time dream finally taking off. And it's about the satisfaction of making the home buying process simple and smooth for a family looking to get back to their roots in the country. Apply in person or through the FTSB Mortgage Express app and let us help start your story. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Calkins with the Bellin team and Leppert Krager Realtors. Welcome to our office located in Williamsburg. We are a mother-daughter real estate team with over 30 years of experience. We take pride in educating our clients through the buying and selling process. We love supporting Raider athletes. Believe in yourself, work hard, and be a team. Go Raiders!
Taking a look at our first half numbers for the Des Moines Hoover Huskies. They shot the ball well in the first quarter, 8 for 15, but only 4 for 13 in the second quarter. So 12 for 28 overall, shooting 43%. Made 3 three-pointers on 11 opportunities. That's 27% for an effective field goal percentage of 48%. Only got to the free throw line twice. That's a free throw rate of 7.1. Splitting their free throws, 1 for 2. They did grab 6 offensive rebounds. That is a whole game's worth of offensive rebounds already by the Huskies, grabbing 40% of their misses. But the turnovers, only turning the ball over 4 times, 3 times by the Raiders. So neither team, as we thought, turned the ball over often, and neither one are doing it tonight. Raiders shot the ball well, 50%, 11 for 22. Only 1 for 5 from three-point range, 20%, taking a 23% of their shots from three-point range for an effective field goal percentage of 52%. Did not get to the free throw line in the first quarter, 8 for 10 from the free throw line in the second quarter, getting Hoover in foul trouble. That's a 45 rate that the Raiders got to the free throw line, going 8 for 10, 80%. Only grabbed one offensive rebound, and the Raiders came in as the better offensive rebounding team. But Hoover, the better defensive rebounding team, we're seeing that here tonight, is that defensive rebounding by the Huskies. So the Raiders with an offensive efficiency of 111 and a 100 offensive efficiency for Hoover in that first half. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. Hoover led most of the way, 10-0 run to close out that first half by the Raiders. Henderson on the floor with 3 fouls. Elijah Voss on the floor with 3 fouls. The Raiders starting out with Ethan Harmon for Kellen Cockrell, who has 3 fouls for the Raiders. Voss will shoot from 3 and hit it.
That's what you want to start the half.
We are tied at 31. With the foul trouble, looks like for the first time, Hoover has fallen into a 2-3 zone here. Skip pass over to O'Neal. Back up to Dorman. Down to 10 seconds now on the shot clock here. Weiskopf posting up on Fondé. Harmon takes one dribble into the middle of the lane. He hits it. Raiders back in the lead, 33-31. So Voss, Henderson, Abe Voss, Johnson, Bassey, and Fondé. The 5 starters on the floor. Nice rebound there. Box out by Weiskopf. And just rims off all around the rim and falls off for Jepson. Henderson jumps into the lane. Kicks it back out to Voss. Thought Fondé was going to hand it back, but Dorman caught there on the foul. A reach in as Fondé kept it on the drive. Elijah Voss on the drive against Harmon. Looking for Fondé, posting up down low on Weiskopf on that left block. Now here's Henderson being guarded by Maddox Dorman, trying to stop him from going right.
Good move.
That's a nice quick move by Fondé. And we're tied again at 33.
He's gonna be a big factor in this half, Fondé.
Kick. As O'Neal was looking for Harmon down there at the left elbow. Raiders will inbound, 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Weiskopf down low, over Fondé, no good, rebounded by Harmon. He's fouled by Fondé. Only the second offensive rebound by the Raiders on the night. He'll go to the line for 2, second foul on Fondé. Harmon's free throw rims in. The Raiders back in the lead by 1, 34-33. Hits the second. 35-32, Raiders back up by 2. Fondé over to Voss at the left wing, being guarded by Harmon. He's looking for Fondé down low, being guarded by Weiskopf. Voss on the drive. Tough shot, tough angle.
Tough shot, very tough.
Kind of took himself behind the backboard with that dribble. Weiskopf for 3. He hits it.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
(38-33), Raiders' largest lead of the night, 5 points. Driving in is Henderson. They're going to get a block.
on the shot.
Block on Maddox Dorman. They're going to say it was in the act of shooting.
It's his second.
So Henderson will go to the free throw line. So far, the Raiders have held Henderson, averaging 21 points a game, only 4 so far here on the night.
That's it.
It's Fonday who's leading the way with 9 points. Johnson Bassey with 7.
Callan coming in with those 3 fouls. Need to stay out of trouble.
Hits them both. And 38-35, the Raider lead down to 3. Weiskopf again from 3.
Oh boy,
a little bit further out than the previous shot.
I don't know if that's a shot, but oh.
Resetting the offense then is Johnson at the top of the key. Voss being guarded, gets it to his older brother. He'll shoot from 3 off the front iron. Rebounded by Weiskopf.
Here they come.
Cockrell.
Yep.
Gonna get the foul. Foul on Abe Voss. That's his 3rd.
Oh boy, that's
so Elijah Voss with 3. Chase Henderson with 3. Now Abe Voss with 3. Cockrell to the line for 2, and he hits the first. Cockrell perfect on the second. 40-35. Raiders go back to that 1-3-1 defense. Voss from the corner. His three-pointer is good. That's where you can get shots against that 1-3-1.
Right in the corner.
Quick ball movement, quick player movement. You can get those three-pointers in the corner. If you're slow with it, then that could lead to a trap situation. Gavin Dorman in the middle of the lane, dumps it down to Cockrell. His layup is good. Nice pass. 42-38. Cockrell with a quick 4 points, 6 total on the night. Weiskopf leading the way for the Raiders with 13. Johnson Bassey gets it to Voss. That's where you get that trap in that corner. Quickly rotated around. Little Voss then again. Same spot, same result. 42-41. The Raider lead is down to 1. Was 5, 40-35. Now it's 42-41. Gavin Dorman again looking, dump it down to Cockrell, stolen away.
There they go. Good job stopping and not letting the energy get to you, the adrenaline of that.
Smart play by Fonday to pick up the dribble there too. You don't want that big man trying to lead your break.
Yeah, bad stuff will happen.
Nice spin move by Henderson. The shot is no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Johnson Bassey.
Oh, whoa, no. Nice ball, okay. Second there, I think.
I thought that was pretty clear. That was off of Johnson Bassey coming from behind.
They, indecision.
Hoover back to man-to-man defense here on this possession. Weiskopf being guarded by Voss, driving him down onto the block. Shot no good. Rebound chased down by Cockrell. And the Raiders will reset.
Big shot.
Another
Yep.
offensive rebound.
There
Put
you
back
go.
in.
It's those offensive rebounds, those second chances.
The Raiders only had one offensive rebound the entire first half. 3 offensive rebounds already here in the third quarter. Voss with the dump down, poked away by Gavin Dorman.
There they go.
Cockrell.
Oh, travel.
Yep, he
got a bit too excited. That's what happens. That can happen on those fast breaks. The adrenaline gets over you.
The crowd was so loud, I don't think anybody heard the whistle, though. He definitely, definitely carried it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to call it a carry, a travel, a turnover, whatever, he did.
Yeah.
But the crowd was so loud you could barely hear it. Voss for 3, rebounded by Weiskopf. Down to 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Driving down the left side is O'Neal. Gives up his dribble. Gets some help from Harmon. He'll drive left side with that left hand. Nice block by Abe Voss.
Oh, yep.
Henderson.
Oh!
Nice crossover. Foot was on the line, though. That's only a 2.
It's a great move.
Weiskopf driving on Voss. Cockrell thought about the 3. Being guarded by Harvey Bell. Back to Weiskopf. Swing it back around. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. O'Neal picks up his dribble. Jepson. 3-second violation on Cockrell. Must have had a foot in the lane.
Yep.
Gavin Dorman's going to check in for Cockrell so he doesn't pick up that 4th foul here on the last possession.
That'd be bad. Okay, this would be a huge momentum shifter. The Hoover can convert on this possession.
Down to 5 on the game clock. Dribbles it off his foot. O'Neal lost control of it. That's going to be the end of the quarter.
Well,
couldn't quite pick it up. And Henderson grabbed it just as time ran out there. So the Raiders with a 1-point, 44-43 lead. 15 points for Hoover in that quarter, 13 by the Raiders to cut that 3-point halftime lead for the Raiders down to 1 here at the end of the third quarter. Raiders led by 5, 40-35. So closing out the quarter on an 8-4 run to cut that down to 1 here. 5 for 10 shooting, 3 for 5 from 3-point range. As Abe Voss hit a couple of threes from the corner there. 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Hoover. The Raiders are 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3-point range, but 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and grabbing 3 offensive rebounds. Raiders also had 3 turnovers to just 1 for Hoover. So the Raiders will have the first possession here of the fourth quarter with that 1-point lead. Weiskopf being guarded by Voss, who has 3 fouls. O'Neal from 3, off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Voss. Abe Voss driving in the corner on Jepson. Back to Henderson being guarded by Maddox Dorman. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Henderson in the lane.
Oh, man.
He gets it to fall. And back in the lead is Hoover, 45-44.
Man.
Called offensive foul on Weiskopf for a moving screen.
That's huge.
Little nickel dimer there. first foul on Weiskopf, third team foul. Now they're going to get a reach on Maddox Dorman there on the drive by Henderson. So the hope was to try to get Elijah Voss, Chase Henderson to pick up their fourth. They played that entire third quarter and didn't pick up a foul.
Very impressive. It was a risky move keeping them in, but it paid off.
Paid off and got Hoover back in the lead.
Yep.
Stolen away by Dorman. He gets it up to Weiskopf a little too far. Nice follow. Oh, nice block by Johnson Bassey. Voss on the drive. There goes rims off.
Back the other way.
Weiskopf trying. There's the fourth foul on Henderson.
A lot of contact there.
You say he was on the floor, not in the act of shooting.
Yep.
So fourth foul on Henderson, but he stays on the floor with four fouls. Looking for Weiskopf on the alley-oop opportunity. Shots missed by Harmon. Raiders start 0 for 3 here in the fourth quarter.
This is shows a lot of trust in your players, keeping you arguably your number one player, and with 4 fouls, that's
long three-pointer by Henderson is good.
Oh boy.
48-44. Raiders led by 5, 38-33. Now trail by 4, 48-44. Trey O'Neal driving, and he travels. And Coach Newt's going to get a timeout to try to calm his players down here.
It's a good timeout.
As Hoover has flipped the script here, Raiders were up 5. So 15-6 run since the Raiders were up 5, and that's flipped it from a 5-point Raider lead to a 4-point lead for Hoover. Raiders starting out the quarter 0 for 3 from the field, 2 turnovers, and 2 for 3 with that big 3-point make by Henderson.
He's been a force in the second half, Henderson has.
Henderson up to 13 points. We just said how it was Fonde and Johnson Bassey leading the way. And now Henderson is the leading scorer with 13 all of a sudden. Doesn't take long.
He's just been getting good shots, good looks, and a lot of them dropping. I think they're gonna, looks like they're gonna keep him in still. This is a big, I don't know if I'd keep him in with 4 fouls, but you know.
I just take him out for one possession or something, give him a minute off the floor. Elijah Voss with 3, Chase Henderson with 4, and 3 by Abe Voss. All on the floor here. Johnson Bassey and Harvey Bell, the other 2 on the floor for Hoover. Raiders man-to-man defense. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Voss down to Henderson. Step back. Hits it. Foot was on the line.
Goodness.
He's hit some big shots here late in the third quarter, here into the fourth. And now Hoover leads by 6. Almost a turnover, and they're going to get a turnover on Jepson. Looks baffled.
Yep, I mean.
Third turnover here of the fourth quarter by the Raiders.
Costly turnovers. I mean.
Had 3 in the entire first half, had 3 in the third quarter, now 3 already here in the fourth quarter.
Those turnovers, they're just like throwing away possessions, you know, like.
Especially when you have Henderson hitting all the shots here.
I mean, he's been doing some magic.
Oh, thought about pulling up from 3 there again. Get some help.
timeout.
And the coach seeing nothing's going on down to 15 on the shot clock. Coach Henderson calls a timeout. Raiders down by 6, 50-44. The last lead for Hoover was at 28-27. As the Raiders closed out the half to lead 31-28. Built their lead up to as large as 5 points, 40-35. And then going on their run, 15-4 now to lead by 6 is Hoover from the end of the third quarter here into the fourth quarter. And it's been big shots so far by their superstar, Chase Henderson.
Still keeping him in.
Elijah Voss, Chase Henderson, Abe Voss, Harvey Bell, and Johnson Bassey, the 5 on the floor. For Hoover, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Maddox Dorman, Ethan Harmon, Derek Weiskopf, Kellen Cockrell, and Trey O'Neill, the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. Raiders are man-to-man here, down to 10 on the shot clock. Down to 5.
Yep, gotta shoot it.
Henderson has to shoot. No good, rebounded by Weiskopf.
I don't think he realized how much time was on the clock.
So had to force it there. Dorman looking for some help, gives up his dribble, finally gets it from Harmon. Down to Cockrell down there on the right block. And takes it into Harvey Bell, and he's fouled. That's only his first personal, 4th team foul. And Fonde to check in. Off the back iron, no good.
Need to make those.
Second by Cockrell off the front iron. Rebounded by Johnson Bassey. Johnson Bassey, shot clock down to 10 again. Over to Voss, dumps it down low to Fonde. He gets it, and a bump by Cockrell. That's his 4th.
Oh boy. Oh man.
And Jepson will check in for him. Fonde back to the free throw line, 47% on the season. Gets the roll. 53-44, largest lead of the night now. Weiskopf looking for the answer, no good. Rebounded by Jepson, can't maintain control. Henderson, they're going to call a bump on O'Neill as he was driving to the basket.
That was a bold choice going on that, trying to push it for 4 fouls. You never know what can happen.
16 foul, so it's not 1-1 yet, inbounding from the side. Who will be in the 1-1 bonus on the next foul on the Raiders.
Yep.
And travel on Johnson Bassey.
Bit of a late whistle, but you know.
Just over 3 minutes left in the ball game. Raiders down by 9. Going to a zone now. Jepson on the drive, lost his footing and lost the ball.
Yeah. One of these possessions, I mean, you just got to get a shot up.
4 turnovers in the quarter, 7 turnovers in the half by the Raiders.
Those turnovers, they're coming at inopportune times.
Now they take a towel to get over there where Jepson went sliding down there. So only 3 turnovers, turned the ball over only on 11% of their first half possessions. 7 turnovers here in the second half already with 3 minutes to go. Hoover, 4 turnovers in the first half, only 2 in the second half. As we said, they would be the best team in the WAMAC at taking care of the ball, and they're showing that here tonight. Raiders 0 for 4 so far here in the fourth quarter, and Hoover is 4 for 6. That's what allowed them to flip the lead here from the Raiders leading. Now Hoover leading by 9, their largest lead of the game. Starting 5 on the floor for the Huskies. Elijah Voss, Henderson, Abe Voss, Johnson Bassey, and Fonday. Maddox Dorman, Landon Jepson, Ethan Harmon, Trey O'Neill, and Derek Weiskopf, the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. Down to Fonday on that left block. Spin, rims, good.
Oh my. Lord. Just keeps extending that lead.
55-44. Raiders gonna have to move quickly. Trying to stop the Raiders from moving quickly. Hoover had shifted into a 2-3 zone to slow them down. Weiskopf, jumper blocked by Fonday. Gets it right back though. Driving is Harmon, his fadeaway, rims in.
You gotta get a shot. I mean,
55-46, back down to a 9-point lead.
well, you don't see that often. Weiskopf getting blocked.
That does not happen often.
Does not happen much.
A long arm, 6'4", Emmanuel Fonday. Fonday. Had 19 blocks on the season. Elijah Voss, the team leader, with 29.
29 blocks, my goodness. That's it.
Pretty much every stat you look at for Hoover, they would be tops in the WAMAC in pretty much every category. Scoring, rebounding, assists, blocks. Raiders putting that 1-2-2 full court pressure on. Now they're looking to try to create turnovers on that pressure rather than just trying to slow them down. Hoover, no problem moving slow. Henderson being guarded by Jepson. And going to get another timeout. Down to 9 seconds on the shot clock. 30-second timeout to draw up a play here. Coach Henderson wants to know where we're going to be inbounding it from, so that way he can draw up a play here. Only 9 seconds on the shot clock. So they're going to have to move quick.
Yep. I assume they either getting into Fonday or Henderson. They've been big players so far.
We also have Abe Voss with 11 points as well. Johnson Bassey with 7. Elijah Voss, the second leading scorer, with 5. So lots of options there. You try to take away one, and that opens up others. Get it into Elijah Voss in the corner, driving on Harmon. And the rim's no good. Rebounded by Harmon. Nice rebound by Ethan Harmon there. Raiders need to move fast. Maddox Dorman off the back iron. Oh, rebound taken by Henderson.
Oh man.
To the basket. Gets it to fall and the foul.
Wow. That was. I mean,
that might be the dagger right there with the miss by the Raiders and then the bucket and missing the free throw.
Oh my
offensive
goodness.
rebound. And another foul called on the Raiders. That'll put them to the line for 1 and 1.
This.
Johnson Bassey going to the free throw line, 68% on the season. Henderson, 75%. He's missed like 3 free throws here tonight. Perfect by Johnson Bassey. Raiders only 2 points here in the fourth quarter, being outscored. Now 16-2 in the fourth.
Gotta get a shot quick. Can't waste no time.
And that's tough to do when they've dropped into that zone.
Yep.
Now you need ball movement, player movement. Forced there by O'Neal. Rebounded by Henderson.
Foul. Nope. Foul. Yep.
There's a foul by Jepson. Still in the 1 and 1. And 9th team foul on the Raiders. Be the double bonus the rest of the way. Henderson's free throw is perfect. 76% on the season, a 60-46. Second one rims in.
Yep. Yes.
And Jepson with the quick three-pointer from the left corner is good.
I don't know if that'll do it, but
Quick timeout to set up the pressure. Trying to force a turnover here, but only 6 turnovers on the night. 3 of those were in that second quarter where the Raiders were able to flip the script and take the lead from Hoover. They've only had 2 this entire second half. And Hoover would lead the WAMAC in a turnover rate. Only turned the ball over on 16% of their possessions, averaging 9 turnovers a game. So even below that average there. Hoover did a good job early on the offensive boards. 4 offensive rebounds in that first quarter. Raiders have done a good job of keeping him off the board since. Only 2 in the second quarter, nothing in the second half in regards to offensive rebounds. So Abe Voss will inbound. Raiders full court pressure trying to force a turnover, double teaming Henderson. Both Jepson and
some
jump ball that's going to stay with, they called a timeout. Going to give a timeout that they had possession of the ball.
I think Henderson started to.
I was going to say that Hoover must have had possession. It was not a jump ball. And a timeout called by Henderson to preserve the possession there. Yep. That's the final timeout for Hoover. And Hoover still also has the jump ball arrow as well. So even if it was a jump ball, that would stay with Des Moines Hoover.
It was good pressure from the Raiders. They almost got a steal there.
So Raiders only 2 for 9 shooting here in the fourth quarter, only 3 for 10 shooting in the third quarter, so 5 for 19 here in the second half, 2 for 8 from three-point range. The Raiders got to the line 10 times in that second quarter, only 6 times so far here in the entire second half. So the hope was with the foul trouble of Hoover, with Voss, Henderson, and Abe Voss in foul trouble, but they're able to weather it.
Just great trust in your players, man.
And they actually get the ball into Henderson. He's fouled by Weiskopf. That's the 10th foul on the Raiders. So he'll go to the free throw line for 2. Henderson back to the free throw line. If he was in the WAMAC, he'd lead the WAMAC in free throws made and free throws attempted. He's good on both. 63-49, 14-point lead. Weiskopf on the drive.
Oh my goodness.
And goes out of bounds.
Oh, Micah. Oh my goodness. So I think
Coach Snoop waving the white flag here. Bringing in Micah Gehringer. All the seniors on the floor here. And Landon Jepson coming off. Maddox Dorman, Gavin Dorman, Ethan Harmon, Micah Gehringer, Dawson Furman. So finish off the game with 5 seniors on the floor here.
some JV players get over the 7.
And that way we can give all those seniors a round of applause here, playing their last game here at the rack. So Henderson will shoot 2. So after the first free throw, we'll get big round of applause here for seniors Maddox Dorman, Gavin Dorman, Ethan Harmon, Dawson Furman. Nice sportsmanship there by Elijah Voss, giving Harmon a nice pat on the back there. Game well played, and he hits them both. 65-49. Micah Gehringer, never shy about putting it up.
Never. Hold it out.
And rebounded, and they'll just dribble it out. Raiders won't foul. And there's your ball game, your final score tonight from the rack. Des Moines Hoover, Huskies 65 and your Williamsburg Raiders 49. A 16-point win for the Huskies. Raiders led at the end of the third quarter, 44-43, but only shooting 2 for 11 in that fourth quarter, 1 from 6 from three-point range, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, only scoring 5 points in that fourth quarter. Combine that with 6 for 9 shooting by Hoover in the fourth quarter. 1 for 2 from three-point range, 9 for 10 from the free throw line. And that flips the Raider 1-point lead into a 16-point lead for the Huskies. So congratulations to Coach Knoop and the Williamsburg Raiders on a great season. Overall record of 18-4, 14-1 record in the WAMAC, finishing in first place, advancing to the second round of the Class 3A state playoffs, defeating the Benton Bobcats 76-63 in the first round. The Huskies will advance to the third round of the state playoffs, playing the winner of the 1 seed Waverly Shell Rock Go-Hawks and the 4 seed Pella Dutch on Monday at 7 o'clock at a site to be determined by the state. Our Farm Bureau players of the game. For the Des Moines Hoover Huskies, Emmanuel Fonde is the player of the game. 14 points, 8 rebounds, and a block and a steal for Fonde to earn that Farm Bureau player of the game. Nice games as well by Chase Henderson and Abe Voss. Abe Voss with 11 points. Older brother Elijah Voss also 11 points. And the 17 points by Chase Henderson. For the Raiders, the Farm Bureau player of the game, Derek Weiskopf, with a team leading of 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end, is our Farm Bureau player of the game. For Robbie Allison and Cooper Bott, Wes Stoner, Hudson Nunnally running the video board, all the technical assistance from Veronica Heitman and Todd Yelland. I'm Robert Shapansky. Thank you for joining us on our Williamsburg YouTube channel for tonight's second round state playoff game between the Raiders and the Des Moines Hoover Huskies. Good night from the RAC, the Raiders Athletic Center.